Okay, so in part 2 we're asked to solve this equation, okay, where 8 sin x plus 15 cos x is equal to 11. So with the trig equation, when we're trying to solve it, okay, we ideally want to try and get to maybe a quadratic or something, but in this case it's going to be impossible, isn't it, because we've got sin x and cos x here. So we've got to use the previous result. Now remember, because it's a harmonic equation, we represented it in the first section as 17 sin x plus 61.9 equals to 11. Okay, so from there then we can take this 17 over the other side, so we have sin x plus 61.9 equals to 11 divided by 17. Okay, and then we can use our calculator to work out what sin to the minus 1 of 11/17 is. So we'll take the sign over. So my calculator, we get 40.3 degrees. Okay, now that's the solution for this here. Okay, so because we want to find the solution for x between 0 and 360, what I'm going to do is going to adjust my range. Okay, so rather than being between 0 and 360, because my solution here is based on this angle, I need to adjust this here, so I'm going to add 61.9. okay, so that means I add 61.9 to that, and I add 61.9 to this. So that's where I need to draw my sine graph. So, you know, 61 is quite hard to draw from there, so I'm going to just go from 0 anyway, but then I'll go all the way up to 450, so I'm going to include all that. Okay, so we've got every 3 centimeters will represent 90. So I've got 90, 180, 270, 360, 450, 1 here, and minus 1 there. So sine then of 0 is 0, sine of 90 is 1, sine of 180 is 0, sine of 270 is minus 1, sine of 360 is 0, sine of 450 is 1. Okay, so then we've got 40.3 for 11/17. So 11/17 is a bit more than half, isn't it? So this is about there. So you can see that we've got 40.3 here, and we've got another intersection here and another intersection there. So results will be 40.3. Now to get that result, we've got to go back 40.3 from 180. And to get that result, we've got to go forwards 40.3 from 360. Okay, so we get 40.3, 139.7, and 400.3. Okay, now that will be for x plus 61.9. So then don't forget then, we need the result for x, so we take that 61.9 over and take it away. So I get minus 21.6. $77.8 and 338.4. Okay, now clearly we can dismiss that one, but the other two lie between 0 and 360. So there are our solutions. Okay, finally then, it says find the greatest possible value for k, so that 8 sin x plus 15 cos x equals k has no solutions. Give a reason for your answer. Well, again, we need to use the fact. So if we've got 8 sine x plus 15 cos x is equal to k, we need to use the fact that we just had a moment ago, that 17 sine x plus 61.9 is equal to k. Okay, the simple question is, what is the greatest possible value for k? Okay, now in order to work out the greatest possible value for k, we just need to think, what's the greatest possible value of this? And quite simply, if you think about it, the greatest possible value for this will be 17, yeah? Because when you consider sine, the most it can be is 1. So when you look at the graph here, the greatest greatest value sine can be is 1. It doesn't matter about that in there. We're thinking about the value sine comes out with, and the most the graph can be is 1. So we could say the greatest possible value of k is equal to 17 times 1, which is equal to 17. This occurs when sine is at its max. So the reason, since sine of x plus 61.9 is less than or equal to 1 or greater than or equal to minus 1. So it's between minus 1 and 1. So the max it can be will equal to 1.